Hey, welcome to this week's installment on the emergency preparedness videos. This week we're going to do a little game activity, and we have a special guest star here, Alexander. So come on in, Alexander. Let's welcome here. Okay, so today's activity, what we're going to do is we have a mock emergency. So we're going to pretend today that we have a problem and we need to get out of here fast. And in this case, say we don't have an emergency kit ready. So what we're going to have Alexander do is try to get those things that he thinks he needs to do or to take with him for this emergency. So here we go. Here's the types of things. I'm going to give him a little bit of an advantage here because some might not know what those things are they need in the case of emergency. So today, here I'm going to at least give him those categories to help him try to hunt those down. So shelter, it's a key area that you need stuff for in a case of emergency. We'll put that on the table. A second one is water. That's a really important thing. The third one is food. Emergency is a good idea to have some food. Another one is medical. So medical, good to have things in case of those kind of problems. And then the last one is just whatever else you think you need, other things. So we've got 5 categories. I've put them on the table here. So what Alexander's going to do, we're going to have a timer that's going to go for 3 minutes. We're going to be semi-generous. You never know in emergency. Sometimes emergencies you have almost no time. Others you might have a few minutes. So we're going to give Alexander 3 minutes to try to get and gather those things he thinks he needs for this emergency. So he's going to bring those and put them on the table. And then afterwards we're going to evaluate how he did. So a little fun game for him. And a little educational for the rest of us. Now we're going to start this timer here. We'll have Alexander run the technology to get it started, and then we'll get going. All right, 3 minutes. How are you feeling? You ready? You have a game plan in place?
Sure.
Okay, good. That's good news. You've had a few minutes. I didn't give Alexander very much time. Only about 5-10 minutes here ahead of time. So he doesn't like he had a ton of warning about what to do. So all right. So you're ready to go?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, start. So this will be a good test. He has 3 minutes to run around the house and try to find things, or wherever he wants. It doesn't have to be in the house. He can go out. If there's something outdoors, he could try to find to take with him for this emergency. So in the types of emergencies that we talked about in our last episode, some of those you might have a little bit of time. Some of those you might not. So let's find out. Let's see what Alexander thinks is important. Now, one rule that he had that he can't go grab like some big kit that's already put together. He's got to find things around the house. So let's see what he comes back with. We're down about 1 minute. Okay, all right, let's see. He's doing pretty good. Let's look at some of the stuff he's brought in. Okay, this looks like a tent with a tarp. Okay, so he's got some shelter, and he's also got a sleeping bag here. So let's put that over here in the shelter. Okay, he's got shelter. All right. I see water, a water bottle, and also a filter. That looks pretty handy. He's found our storage room where we have some food. He's found some applesauce and granola bars. I don't know if he wants to take those boxes with him, but we'll see. applesauce. He's gonna like applesauce on this adventure, and it should keep him alive. Let's see what happens. He's down to 1 minute, so that's in 2 minutes. We got some of 3 of those categories there, so that's good news. This is pretty impressive. Down to 40 seconds. Yeah, Alexander, you're down to 35 seconds. Okay, let's see. We got a little mini first aid kit, a whistle with a compass, a pocket knife, a flashlight. Okay, this is pretty decent. So let's see what happens here. Okay, he's got. Let's see. He's down to 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, well, all right, we'll count it. Okay, let's see. That was some keto clusters. He wanted to sneak some more food in there. All right, Kate, come over here, Alexander. This is a pretty awesome effort here. Pretty impressed with what happened here. So tell us how you think about what you were able to get here in your 3 minutes. So I put these things kind of where we thought they might go. This is shelter, some water, food, and some medical. So tell us about how you're feeling. Oh, and other over here. Not sure there's an other that we got. Okay, we'll count those in other. Socks, and what is this here?
It's a towel.
A towel. Oh, wow. Okay. So how do you feel about going out? Now you're in an emergency. You got to run out of the house. How do you feel about that one? You feel like you're missing anything?
Oh, so much.
So what you got? I mean, you got a sleeping bag. This is a decent sleeping bag and a tent with a tarp. So that's a decent cover on the shelter. Anything you feel like you would have wanted in that you didn't have time to get?
I don't know, spare change of clothes.
Oh yeah.
More medical stuff. This is pretty small and dinky.
Yeah.
Different food. This stuff is hard to pack around. Don't need all of it. It's just not easy to access. You know.
At least I feel like you'd have something to eat so you wouldn't starve, right?
Yeah.
And water. We got a half a bottle of water. You didn't have much time, so you didn't have time to fill water, but you did get a water filter. That's pretty handy. So how are you? So I feel like you did a pretty good job. Now, what about walking out the door? Now, how are you going to get somewhere with this?
I'm not.
Right. So
take it all in the sleeping bag, sling it over my shoulder.
Hey, that's an idea. I mean, it's an emergency. You're going to adapt here, and you didn't have a backpack or something else. So if you had to walk somewhere or hike, that's great. I feel really good about what you did here as far as being ready. Clearly, you've had some opportunities to think about these types of things in the past. So this is our test just to give you an idea of what it would be like if you had an emergency. We gave him 3 minutes. He was able to get probably a decent amount of things that he would need. We don't know if that's 3 days worth of food or how much worth of food that is. But this gives you an idea of how important it is to probably be ready ahead of time. Okay, Alexander did great here in our first activity, our first game. Now we're going to do this a second time, and I'm going to remove the restrictions on what Alexander can collect. So before, I wouldn't allow him to go get something that might be already ready. So he had to go find stuff on his own. So this time, we're going to see how long it takes Alexander to come back this time, so with no restrictions. All right, are you ready? Okay, let's go. Okay, we're going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds. And one thing that happened here too is Alexander, we hadn't told him where those kits are. He just knew in the house where those are at. So in a matter of just a few seconds, he has a kit. And we could open this, but we'll save that for our next video. We could open this kit to show what's in it and start reviewing this. But it's, obviously we'll pull this up here so you can see it. He dropped it on the floor. It's just a standard backpack, and we'll reveal those contents next time.